The Prince Andrew issue refers to the sustained crisis caused by the Duke of York's historical association with convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein, the sexual assault allegations made against him by Virginia Giuffre, which he denies and settled in a civil suit, and his subsequent disastrous attempts to defend himself publicly. This crisis reached a critical inflection point in October 2025 when, following discussions with King Charles III and the wider family, Prince Andrew announced he would no longer use his remaining titles and honors, including the prestigious Duke of York. This decision, described by commentators as the final and most complete stage of his banishment, was precipitated by the scheduled publication of Virginia Giuffre's posthumous memoir, which included new damaging claims, and the emergence of emails suggesting continued contact with Epstein well after Andrew had claimed to have cut ties. The cumulative weight of these scandals made his position within the royal family institutionally untenable. Reasons and underlying causes. The reasons for this outcome are rooted in the conflict between an individual's entitlements and the modern monarchy's need for institutional integrity. 1. Reputational damage. The primary driver was the severe and ongoing reputational risk Prince Andrew posed to the firm. Every new negative headline, whether related to the Epstein scandal, the settlement, or his links to a suspected Chinese spy, distracted from the official work of King Charles III. The palace concluded that the continued accusations were an intolerable distraction. Number 2. Lack of candor. The crucial immediate trigger was the revelation that Andrew had committed the unforgivable sin of misleading the public. His 2019 Newsnight interview already showed a profound lack of remorse and credibility. The subsequent emergence of emails showing contact with Epstein in 2011, when he claimed contact ended in 2010, proved his previous public statements were false, eroding any remaining trust. Number 3. King Charles's modernization agenda. King Charles and Prince William are working toward a streamlined, efficient, and ethical monarchy, one that is perceived to be a force for good. Andrew, who has repeatedly demonstrated poor judgment and a sense of entitlement, represented the exact opposite of this vision. The king's move demonstrates his determination to protect the institution, even if it means marginalizing his own brother. Number 4. Imminent media exposure. The timing was strategic. The decision was made just before the posthumous memoir of his accuser was published and ahead of a planned, historic state visit by King Charles, ensuring the inevitable negative coverage would focus on Andrew as an individual, not on the monarchy as an institution. Consequences and impact. The consequences of this withdrawal are far-reaching for Andrew, his immediate family, and the crown. Prince Andrew's status, while he technically remains a prince and the Duke of York, as formally stripping these requires an act of parliament, he has lost the use of all titles, honors, and military affiliations. He is politically and socially neutralized, existing as an inactive royal with no public role. This personal humiliation is complete for a man who valued the trappings of status. The York family. His ex-wife Sarah Ferguson will also cease using the title Duchess of York, while their daughters, Princess Beatrice and Princess Eugenie, retain their titles by birthright. The constant negative publicity surrounding their parents severely limits any chance they have of stepping up to take official working royal roles. Monarchical clarity. For the crown, the decision provides the neatest solution. It firmly severs the institutional connection between the scandal and the working monarchy, allowing Charles and William to project an image of decisive, responsible leadership and focus on their respective duties without distraction. Prediction and future outlook. 5. A life of reclusion. Prince Andrew will remain in private life, likely residing at the Royal Lodge on the Windsor estate. While his association with the Epstein case has been largely insulated from the crown, the negative media coverage of him as a private citizen is unlikely to cease, especially if further legal or civil details emerge. 6. Legislative change. The legal ambiguity that Andrew technically retains the dukedom is politically unpopular. It is highly likely that there will be renewed pressure, potentially successful, from Parliament, such as the proposed Titles Deprivation Bill, to pass legislation allowing the king to fully and legally strip the title without relying on ancient politically fraught procedures. 7. Acceleration of the slimmed-down monarchy. The Andrew crisis validates the king's vision of a smaller core group of working royals. This incident provides a powerful precedent for swiftly addressing future misconduct or reputational threats from minor or non-working family members. Solutions and institutional reforms. The ultimate solution for the monarchy is not just the removal of the individual, but institutional reform to prevent future crises. 8. Establish a codified code of conduct. The monarchy should establish a clear, public, and legally recognized code of conduct for all members of the royal family, particularly those who are not official working members, but still carry significant hereditary titles. This would outline the expectation of ethical behavior and the automatic penalties for transgression. 9. Reform the titles deprivation process. The UK Parliament should pass modern legislation, like the bill proposed by MP Rachel Maskell, that gives the monarch the clear, non-negotiable legal power to remove peerage titles and honors from any member whose conduct is deemed detrimental to the crown. 10. Sustained transparency and focus. King Charles III and the Prince of Wales must continue to focus on public service and transparency. By consistently demonstrating that the core function of the monarchy is charitable, constitutional, and relevant, they can permanently dilute the public's focus on peripheral scandals like Andrew's, ensuring the institution survives by being defined by its actions, not its liabilities. This decision marks the end of Prince Andrew's chapter in public royal life and serves as a significant turning point in King Charles's reign, reinforcing his commitment to prioritizing the integrity of the crown above family ties.